Well, today I specifically want to talk about anti-aging and the effects of rare earths. Now, rare earths include trace minerals like ytterbium, yttrium, neodymium, praseodymium, samarium, europium, and there's others, but those are the primary rare earths. And in laboratory animals, a controlled study, okay, we're talking about a controlled study, the ones getting the rare earths, in two groups, both the control group and the experimental group, have exactly the same diet. The only difference is the experimental group has the rare earths given to them either by 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. The rare earths double their lifespan. They have the capacity to give the genes, the DNA, the RNA, the telomeres what they need to maximize their genetic potential for longevity. Okay, really neat stuff. And of course, this is all part of the information you're going to find in the book Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, the book Rare Earths, Forbidden Cures, and Immortality. These 3 books cover the rare earths extremely well, particularly Epigenetics, the newest one. I mean, this is about as up-to-date as you can get on rare earths. Okay, again, the 3 books, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, the book Rare Earths, Forbidden Cures, and Immortality. Those are the 3 books you want to go to look at everything that's known about rare earths and significantly increasing lifespans. Okay, well, this is why I like the 90 for Life program. 16 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 essential amino acids, 3 essential fatty acids, and guess what? The rare earths are found in significant amounts in the 90 for Life program. The 60 essential minerals includes 8 of these rare earths. I'm very, very excited about this, and you should read about them, get onto the 90 for Life program, and you're going to add many healthy years to your life. Obviously, you have to get rid of the bad stuff. And what you want to do, when you read the book Epigenetics, the book Rare Earths, Forbidden Cures, and the book Immortality, look at all the bad things that the longest-lived people avoid. They avoid a lot of bad things, as well as by dumb luck running into all the good things, right? Nutritional minerals do not occur in a uniform blanket around the crust of the earth. They occur in veins like chocolate and chocolate ice cream. And these people are all illiterate. They're third-world cultures. They don't have any amenities, no roads, no cars. They go places on foot or on burro. They, don't know how to get to airports and travel around, that sort of thing. They don't have TVs and cell phones, no electricity, no hospitals, no clinics, no emergency services, no doctors, no private or government insurance. Yet they have 40 times 100-year-olds we do. They have 100-year-old per 250 of their population. We have 100-year-old per 10,000. Okay? Now, there's not only the 4 food groups, right? But there's also the 4 bad food groups. We're talking about fried foods, processed meats with nitrates and nitrites, oils, and glutens. Now, one of the things you have to do is eat a lot of eggs. If you want to make it, all of these cultures eat eggs, eat dairy products, eat red meat, they eat pork, they do all the stuff you're not supposed to do, yet they have 40 times 100-year-olds we do. Just look at the French. They live 10, 12 years longer than we do. They just go crazy on things cooked in lard, like their French croissants. There's no French croissants in France cooked in canola oil or soy oil. They're all cooked in lard and butter and cream. And the same way, they eat eggs and everything, and yet they live 12, 15 years longer than we do. And so you have to remember that the demonization of eggs, butter, cream, and lard was not done because of scientific fact. It was all done to sell Crisco. Procter & Gamble actually gave the American Heart Association $1.7 million in the year 1911 to endorse Crisco as a much healthier way to eat. Now remember, I spent 35 years looking for the pivotal study that showed that saturated fat, butter, cream, lard were bad for you, and that the plant oils were better for you. Never could find the pivotal research because it never existed. It was all an ad campaign paid for by Procter & Gamble. Procter & Gamble paid the American Heart Association, which was kind of a new, unknown professional organization. They were struggling for life, and they prostituted themselves. They took $1.7 million in exchange for endorsing Crisco as a healthier way to cook compared to butter, cream, and lard. Well, of course, the world took off with that, and I said in 1971, in a paper that was published in Acta Pathologica, International Pathology Journal out of Denmark, and I said, no, it's not, remember, this is 1971. It's not cholesterol, it's inflammation, fried foods, salad dressings, cooking oils, margarines, all those sorts of things. Everybody laughed at me. Well, February 2004, cover article, Time magazine, they said, the surprising link between inflammation and cardiovascular disease. It's not saturated fat, it's inflammation. fried foods, processed meats, oils, and gluten. Okay? Now remember, I said that in 1971, which is what, 29 and 4 years, that's 33 years earlier. Now you have to appreciate that you're going to have to get with the act here. Contact your Youngevity associate and ask for the 90 for Life program. If you have any health challenges such as diabetes and arthritis, Alzheimer's disease, periodontal disease, you have low thyroid, you have lupus, you have any of these things, tell them, and they can add what we call the secret sauces to the 90 for Life basic program, and they will support and promote maintenance and repair. We can support and promote maintenance and repair. And the science behind all of this, billions, $100 billion worth of research, is not like I'm making this stuff up. It's found in the book Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Disease Transmission, Rare Earths Forbidden Cures, and Immortality. Contact your Youngevity associate today. Get the information. Add 25 to 50 or more healthy years to your life and join me. I'm going for 200. I hope you're there with me. Well, stick with us. We're going to be back with more Truth, Justice, and the Youngevity Way on Dead Doctors Don't Lie for these messages. Okay, Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us today?
Well, I thought we'd talk a bit about celiac disease, as I've got a Fox headline story that reads, people with celiac disease more likely to fracture bones. They say they're at least twice as likely as those who don't have celiac disease, according to a new review. They say there is more study needed, and they contend about 2 million Americans have celiac disease, and they say it's an immune system attacking the small intestine in response to gluten, a protein found in wheat, rye, and barley. And that's all from the National Institute of Health. Researchers from the University of Tampere, Sinjoki in the Central Hospital in Finland and the University of Nottingham in the UK analyzed 16 studies that compared the incidence of bone fractures among people with and without celiac diagnosis. In the studies, they looked at one point in time, people with celiac disease were almost twice as likely to have had a bone fracture in the past. And in studies that followed people over time, they say those who had a diagnosis of celiac disease at the start were about 30% more likely to suffer a bone fracture and 69% more likely to have a hip fracture. And that's from an analysis that was published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism. They say there's only 2 studies of bone fractures among people with undiagnosed celiac disease, but those with blood tests showed celiac-specific antibiotics or antibodies. They say it's not clear whether there was a link to broken bones. And they say since the disease affects nutrient absorption in the small intestine, it could lead to poor absorption of vitamin D and calcium or chronic intestinal inflammation that could interfere with bone formation. They say other possibilities that explain the connection between bone breaks include hormonal changes or a gluten-free diet, which is often low in minerals. So they go on to say other studies have found that bone density tends to go down as symptoms become worse with people with celiac disease. That's according to Professor C. Bai of the Hospital of Gastroenterologica in Buenos Aires, Argentina. So there you go, Doc, something you've been talking about for a long time, so you've been vindicated once again.
Do we get one of those flourishes? Well, there you go. And, of course, that's true not only of celiac disease, but appendicitis, diverticulitis, irritable bowel syndrome, inflammatory bowel disease. We're looking at colitis, ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease. All of these are manifestations of gluten intolerance, and they left out oats. There should be wheat, barley, rye, and oats. All have gluten in them. It's just a different name. It's called gliadin in oats, and so people play word games. Say, oh, there's gluten-free oats. That's not true. It's gluten, but it's just called by a different name, gliadin. Then you have to appreciate you can lose up to 85 to 90% of your intestinal lining when you have a gluten intolerance over time. It could be months if you eat gluten 5 or 6 or 8 or 10 times a day. If you eat it like once a week, it might be years before you lose 85% of your intestinal lining. It's not unusual for people to have 25, 30, 40 different diseases. They're all nutritional deficiencies. People will have arthritis, osteopenia, osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, low thyroid. They'll have type 2 diabetes, which is a simple mineral deficiency. They'll have fibromyalgia, lupus, periodontal disease. They'll have Alzheimer's disease. They will have anemia, heart disease, high blood pressure, kidney failure, all this stuff. And many of them have all these diseases at the same time because they're all nutritional deficiency diseases. So gluten intolerance, we're finding 70% of the people who call us, and they have all these diseases. They've been to many doctors. They're calling. They got Lyme's disease. They got Candida, all this kind of stuff. Get on a gluten-free diet. Get on the 90 for Life program. Get the book Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Disease Transmission, and learn how supplementation with the 90 essential nutrients can help you prevent and reverse all these nutritional deficiency diseases when you go on a gluten-free diet. Well, stick with us. We'll be back with more Truth, Justice, and the Longevity Way on Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Washington State. And Kathy, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Oh, Kathy, you're on the air.
Hi. I have been diagnosed with kidney disease, stage 5, plus I'm diabetic type 1. I deal with congested heart failure and high blood pressure and anemic.
Okay. Now, first of all, are you on dialysis yet?
No.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you know your creatinine levels?
Yeah, it's almost like 5.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, it should be like 0.85. It shouldn't be that high, 5. Okay. How much do you weigh, Kathy?
Yeah. Okay. I weigh about 190.
Okay. And how tall are you?
I'm 5'3".
Okay. All right. Now, you have congestive heart failure, which is a deficiency of a single vitamin. High blood pressure can be related to the kidney disease. Type 1 diabetes. When were you diagnosed with type 1 diabetes?
I think I was about 25 or 23, because I was borderline type 1, type 2. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, about 24.
Pills for a while?
It's been a while. I'm 57 now.
Yeah, I know, but how many years were you on pills before they switched you to insulin?
Oh, no, I started off on insulin.
Mm-hmm. And it was when you were in your 20s?
Yes.
Okay. All righty. And let's see here. All right. Now, Shar, what do you think's going on here?
Oh, it's pretty obvious she's got a gluten intolerance because of all the things that are wrong with her.
Oh, yeah. Diabetes, anemia, congestive heart failure, kidney failure, high blood pressure. This is all nutritional deficiency. Now, the type 1 diabetes, usually you would be diagnosed with that when you're under 10 years of age. Right. To not be diagnosed with type 1 diabetes until you're in your 20s, there's something fishy about that, right? Now, have you ever had any asthma as a kid?
No.
Do you have children?
Yes.
Do any of your children have a history of asthma?
No.
Okay. Do you have any history of skin problems? Any eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis?
No.
Okay. Do any of your kids have any skin problems?
No.
Okay. Anybody have any belly problems? Any diarrhea, constipation, Crohn's disease, irritable bowel syndrome, diverticulitis?
Well, lately I've been nausea. Mm-hmm. Since I've been diagnosed with kidney.
Kidney failure. Okay. Well, hang on. We'll be back. We'll give you a dietary change. We'll give you a supplement program after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go right back to Washington State and Kathy. Okay, Kathy, even though on the surface everything seems to be all complicated, you got 5 major diseases here. You got obesity, you got congestive heart failure, you got high blood pressure, you got kidney disease, you got diabetes, you're anemic and so forth. All this stuff is going on. It seems very, very complicated, but on the other hand, it's very, very simple. And so, Ms. Shar, what would you do here? What would you do for Kathy's dietary changes? What dietary changes would you give her, first of all?
Immediately, she needs to get on a gluten-free diet. No wheat, barley, rye, or oats, and she can do that right away.
Okay. And what other bad things would you get rid of?
No fried food, no burnt animal fat, no meat with nitrates or nitrates, no margarine, no salad oils.
Very good.
None of the bad stuff.
None of the bad stuff. None of the 4 bad things. Exactly. Exactly. Get rid of all the inflammatory foods, because when you have kidney disease, there's usually nothing wrong with the kidney. It's actually inflammatory disease of the afferent arteries carrying the dirty blood into the filtering units. And that's why your creatinine levels are so high. Your kidney's not filtering, not because there's anything wrong with the kidneys, but because there's no dirty blood getting to it. Okay. Same thing with anemia. Why are you anemic? You know, if you're eating an American diet, you shouldn't be anemic, but you might not be able to absorb things if you're gluten intolerant. Congestive heart failure is a deficiency of a single vitamin. And then, of course, type 2 diabetes is a deficiency of a single mineral. And when they said they didn't know if you were type 1 or type 2, and they just took you to insulin instead of trying you on pills first, I still have problems with that at your age. So we're going to find out if you're a type 1 or type 2. So what would you give Miss Kathy here, Shar? What would you give her as
I
a
would give
supplement
her
program?
2 Healthy Brain and Heart packs.
Okay.
And then I would add to that, for the congestive heart failure, she needs the de-stress. And for the kidney disease, she needs the Ultimate Daily.
Okay, and that would go also for the high blood pressure and the kidney disease. Okay. And what would you do for the type 1/type 2 diabetes?
She needs the Sweeties for that.
Absolutely. Okay. Very, very good. Exactly 100%. You get an A+ there, girl. And so as Shar says, Kathy, you want to get rid of the 4 bad food groups there. No fried foods, no processed meats with nitrates and nitrites, no oils and no gluten, no wheat, brown, rye, oats. This is for life, not just a couple of weeks. This is forever. That includes the cat, the dog, the bird, the fish, mother-in-law, spouse, anybody living in the house with you. You've got all you Kelly girls come in, that sort of stuff to work your business, clean the house. It's all everybody's got to be gluten-free. Then, again, 2 of the Healthy Brain and Heart packs per month. That'll be 3 of the selenium at breakfast and dinner, 1 ounce of the OsteoFX Plus at breakfast and dinner, 2 scoops of Beyond Tangerine 2.0 at breakfast and dinner, 3 of the EFA Pluses at breakfast and dinner, 3 of the EFAs at breakfast and dinner, all to be accomplished by the 2 Healthy Brain and Heart packs per month, 3 of the Sweeties twice a day. That's 2 bottles of the Sweeties a month. And then for the high blood pressure and the kidney disease, again, the Ultimate Daily tablets, 3 of those twice a day is 1 bottle a month. And the congestive heart failure, 3 of the de-stress capsules twice a day, that's 2 bottles a month. Call us every couple of weeks. Let us know your blood pressure, your blood sugar, your weight, and we'll walk you through this. And if you want to deal with the ASAP, we can do that too. We'll be back after these messages.
Let's head to Michigan. And Amanda, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Amanda, you're on the air.
Hi.
Hi. How can we help you?
I'm calling for a question about high blood pressure.
Okay.
I am 40, 5'11", 260 pounds, and I am 18 weeks pregnant.
Oh, well, congratulations.
And, I just found out 2 weeks ago I had an IUD, and apparently it didn't work.
I was going to say that didn't work for you, did it?
Not at all.
Okay, do you have any other children, Amanda?
Yeah, this is my 5th. This will be my 5th.
5th, okay.
At 40.
Okay, now, let me ask you, do you have any history of any skin problems, any eczema, dermatitis, or psoriasis?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you have any history of asthma or bronchitis?
No.
Okay, good. Do you have any history of bowel problems, constipation, diarrhea, irritable bowel syndrome, constipation?
No, I take the Mighty 90. The only problems I have with my bowel is if I make it too concentrate or if I drink it too fast. They're loose, and if I make it too much in not enough water, I get constipated. So that's the only problem that I have.
So how long have you been on the 90 for Life program?
For about 4 years, but apparently I'm not taking enough for my body weight. Mm-hmm. I've been off on that. I just found out when I went to the doctor a couple of weeks ago that I was 260 pounds. Mm-hmm. And I think I was taking about 3, I did about 3 scoops a day. I did it in a 24-ounce container, and I put 3 scoops in there, and I would just use that all day.
Sure. Were you taking any of the EFA pluses?
Yes, I was taking that, but I was just taking that 3 times a day. I took one 3 times a day.
Okay. And
that was it. Just the EFA and then the Healthy Start Pack.
Okay, so you did take the complete Healthy Start Pack. Okay. Well, yeah, you're underdosing because it's 1 dose per 100 pounds of body weight. So at 260 pounds, Shar, how much should Amanda be taking?
3 packs, yes.
3 Healthy Start Packs, 1 per 100 pounds, and 260 is closer to 3 than 2.
Yep.
And let's see here. If you plan on, if you plan on taking, or are you planning on breastfeeding this baby?
Yeah, I want to try this time. I've tried in the past and failed, but yeah, I like to try it.
Sure. Okay. Okay. And so, well, you're past the 3 months mark, right? Which is 12 weeks. And so we got what we got here. And you were taking the 90 essential nutrients, correct, for a couple of years, 4 years.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not unusual. I get a lot of women who are infertile. They've never had a baby. They've maybe had miscarriages. They're infertile, and in their 40s and 50s, and they want to take a supplement program. And say, now you got to be careful because if you take a supplement program, even if you've been infertile or you've had miscarriages in the past, you can still get pregnant. Oh, yeah, right, I haven't had a period in 3 years. Okay, well, here we go. I see this a lot where women will get pregnant, okay, when they take the 90 essential nutrients. So that's a good thing you've been doing that. So we have a high probability that this baby will be born perfectly normal, right? And so let's see here. With the high blood pressure, what would you add, Shar? What would you add to the, obviously, at this point, I would recommend, again, 3 healthy start packs, right? 3 healthy start packs. That's 1 dose of everything 3 times a day, 1 dose at breakfast, 1 dose at lunch, 1 dose at dinner time. But what would you add to her program, Shar, for high blood pressure?
Ultimate Daily.
Oh, you're exactly right. Ultimate Daily. And I would just take 1 bottle a month. It'll be 3 tablets twice a day, and they're designed to support and promote healthy blood pressure. They're designed to support and promote healthy blood flow through obstructed arteries. And it wouldn't hurt to get a couple of bottles of the Sweeties and take 3 of those twice a day, and it'd be 2 bottles a month. And our purpose here is to support and promote healthy blood sugar levels, to support and promote healthy metabolism of sugar, carbohydrates, and fats at the cellular level. And this is going to help you slowly begin to lose weight. At this point, I wouldn't try to get on the ASAP. If you have not already been using it, I certainly would not start it because, I don't know if it might have the effect of having a premature birth here. We want to go full term on this baby, certainly, and so we don't want to try anything that's going to do anything I don't know. And so we don't have enough knowledge to start taking the ASAP in the middle of a pregnancy here. And so let's not do the ASAP, but you can do the Sweeties, 3 of those twice a day. It'll be a little bit underdosing, okay, 2 bottles of Sweeties per month. That's 3 capsules twice a day. And just make sure you're eating high-quality proteins, eggs, red meat, chicken, fish, nothing fried, no processed meats, no oils, and no gluten. That's going to help you lose weight, too, staying away from gluten. And you got to watch it. Even gluten-free pastas and gluten-free breads and gluten-free crackers and gluten-free muffins and gluten-free anything still has calories in it. So I would just go for the vegetables and high-quality proteins like eggs and red meat and chicken and fish. I would take a great variety of vegetables. You can have vegetables for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, as well as the meat protein. And we don't want you to lose weight too fast. If it looks like you're losing a pound a day, I would just add, a little piece of sweet potato here and there, which has good fiber as well as has some healthy carbohydrates and some great vitamin A, especially the orangey sweet potatoes. And then give us a call every couple of weeks. Let us know how you're doing. But for the high blood pressure, I would add the Ultimate Daily tablets, as Shar said. And then call us every couple of weeks, and we'll walk you through this. But congratulations on the pregnancy. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to New York. And Linda, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Linda, you're on the air.
Hi, Doc. Surgery was 9 weeks ago for colon and uterine cancer, and so I called your show. You gave me some info. I got on actually 8 of your vitamins. I should mention though that I am going to. I started my first IVC treatment, and I might take B17 at some time in the future. But what I noticed with your vitamins, you also have a 911 IMMU. Beta 1,3-D gluten, and I was wondering if that would be compatible with the IVC, maybe even the B17 in the future if I needed it.
Okay, you're talking about the Immune 911?
Right.
Yeah. Well, sure. That would be good. The Cell Shield RTQ would be good. The Triple Treat Chocolate would be good. Shar, what might you also throw in there to help somebody with an immune system if they have cancer, lupus, any other heavy-duty disease?
You can take the Ocean's Gold for the sea cucumber, and you can also take the Z Radical.
Absolutely. The Z Radical is a liquid. You could take a couple ounces a day of that. It'd be 2 quarts a month. And as Shar said, the Ocean's Gold is a wonderful thing for people with serious life-threatening cancer. Great studies on the sea cucumber that are in there. And, you could take 3 of those twice a day per 100 pounds of body weight. Be a little heavy-handed with the nutrients here. Keep your immune system happy. You can do many, many things with the immune system. Go for it, girl. We'll be back with more Truth, Justice, and the Youngevity Way after these messages. We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity and 90 for Life Crusade. And Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to California. And Jane, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Oh, Jane, you're on the air.
Hi, I'm speaking for my mother. She's on the line, but I'm going to speak for her.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
My mother is taking a blood thinner called, it's XARELTO, X-Rail, so something like that. It's a blood thinner for blood clots.
Okay.
She has been experiencing some soreness on when she lifts her right leg under the butt top, and she told me she's has a little joint pain, think from inflammation and some digestion problem going on. She's borderline diabetes. She said 110 through 130. She has a sugar. She said her sugar is between 98 to 130, but mostly 130. And her vision, she's been having problems with vision, so she's been taking supplements for her eyes. But what she's been taking, the doctor says she has too much vitamin 12 in her blood. B12. B12.
Mm-hmm. Okay, how much does your mom weigh, Jane? How much does your mom weigh?
She weighs 134. Her age is 74.
Okay, 134, age is 74, okay. All right.
And so I want to buy her the supplements, but I want to know how much to give her and what to get her. She also wanted to know about cellulite, and she said her skin shakes. What do you take when your skin is shaking?
Okay, now is that all the time or just once in a while?
Yeah, that's the only time. That's the only thing. Once a day.
No, your skin. When do the skin shake? All the time.
So your skin get loose.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It get loose.
Okay. Have you lost a lot of weight?
No, I haven't lost a lot of weight. I'm 134.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, Jane.
I have been up to 200 for one time.
Okay, so maybe it's because you have some sagging skin because you've lost a lot of weight. So you've lost 66 pounds here, so that may be part of this. So, okay, Jane, get your pen and paper ready here. Char, what would you do for a lady who's 134 pounds, who has a blood clot in her legs, or giving her blood thinners? She has some diabetes and got some pain in her legs and so forth. What would you do for her?
I would give her one of the healthy blood sugar packs.
Okay, what would you add to that?
I would add selenium to it for sure.
Okay, and what would you do for a blood clot in the leg?
Oh, for the blood clot in the leg, she needs the nightly essence with the nanokinase in it.
Very good. Okay, sure. Okay, exactly. Okay, Jane, get your pen and paper. Basically, your mom needs one healthy blood sugar pack per month. I would throw in another bottle of Sweeties, so she can have 3 of the Sweeties twice a day. Go ahead and check her fasting blood sugar as she normally would. As her blood sugar drops, she can take less and less medication. When she gets down below 100 consistently without medication for 7 days in a row, she just needs to then check herself once or twice a week and make sure everything's fine. But she needs to stay on that healthy blood sugar pack plus the extra bottle of Sweeties forever, okay? Then Ashar said for the blood thinner, I would keep her on the blood thinner for a while. Don't cold turkey off of that. But also give her the nightly essence. I'd have her take 3 of those when she wakes up in the morning with a glass of water, and then 3 in the evening time at bedtime with a glass of water. That's 2 bottles a month. It's a blend of enzymes, one of which is natokinase, which is legendary for being able to dissolve blood clots. So that's very good. We want to stop new ones from forming. And, of course, with the omega-3s in the healthy blood sugar pack, she's going to reduce the risk of more blood clots forming, because blood clots are not due to cholesterol. They're due to a deficiency of omega-3s, or ratio of between omega-3s, 6s, and 9s. And, of course, the pain, she could get 2 bottles of the glucogel. Have her take 15 of those a day, 5 at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then call us every couple of weeks. We'll walk you through this. But thank you, Shar. Super job. Thank you so much, Doug and Richard. Superlative job, as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. And God bless America.